Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to be talking about intermittent fasting, diet fads, and why I choose the way I do, and why any belief you do is the best way you can do. How you guys doing? I go by Jesus_Detroit on Instagram, Young Dago on Snapchat, and here I am, a live breathing Jesus from Detroit Rock City, and we're gonna make some beautiful things happen today. Now what I want to talk about is you got a million different gurus out there that's gonna tell you why you should fast, why you shouldn't fast, and why I choose to fast, and that I know anything that you want to do is the right answer. And it all has to do with one word: discipline. You got to be dedicated and believe in whatever you choose. If you think that having a meal every 2 hours is the way to get yourself the superstar body that you need, then that's what you got to do. If you believe that, I don't know what I got to do. I got to listen to this guy because he looks like, yeah, or I got to listen to that guy because he's saying this or that. The thing I want to say is understand what works for you. Has eating every, do you look forward to your meals? Is eating important? Do you really look at, food is fuel? Food, yeah, I like eating food for fuel. That's not my style. Like, I love to enjoy what I eat. I'm passionate about what I do. I love to cook. And I also love drinking beer, and I love drinking wine. And I want to make sure if I'm going to live an abundant lifestyle, that's got to be in my life daily. And of course, you got to take your break and understand that, everything's a bridge, and you got to be able to ride that lightning and do the way that you live. And understand that however you choose to live is a beautiful way if you believe in who you are. And I want to tell you guys that you guys are all beautiful, and you could be the best you that you want to be. So when it comes to intermittent fasting, it might sound crazy, and you're going to hear about you don't eat for 16 hours or whatever. And, some do the 20-hour with the 20-hour fast with the 4-hour eating window. To me, I feel like you want to go at least 15 hours. And I've done prolonged fast. Like I've done probably 76 hours, 80 hours or whatever. I've done the dry fast. And I really done them for more of a spiritual reason. Like I wanted to just see, hey, if you can do it, let's rock and roll. Let's see what this is about. You don't have to do that mission. It doesn't choose you. It's something that you choose to do. And I felt very empowered to get through it and to understand that, food is a beautiful gift, and you can go a long time without eating anything. And I feel powerful for doing it. So one of the best reasons I could say about fasting, and after doing all those crazy fasts, I find you don't need to do them. Those are more like spiritual journeys. 15 hours, beautiful, right? Very simple to do. All you got to do, you wake up, you skip breakfast. Let's pretend you stopped eating dinner. So you stopped eating your last calories at midnight. By noon tomorrow, you already hit 12 hours. I mean, is it really that difficult to not eat till 3 o'clock at this point? Some people might think that's insanity. Like, dude, I'd be starving. I'm starving. Like these guys that eat every 2 hours still get hungry 2 hours later. So that's one of the main correlations that I was finding with all these, fad diets, whether you're a keto guy, you count macros, do this and that. If you're not competing to get on a stage where you really got to just dial in everything every day, you're just trying to find your way. And I find with the fast, it's the most forgiving, and it reaps a lot of rewards because you're just shutting everything down all day. Your body has plenty of time to recover. And when I used to eat, every couple hours or whatever, I'd be tasting my lunch at dinner. I don't know if any of you guys can agree with that. And another thing is, it's time consuming to eat all day. You wake up all right, we gotta eat breakfast. Then you gotta go, all right, we gotta eat lunch. And then you're like hungry in the middle of the day, like why? You know what I mean? And then you're going to have to go over here to eat dinner. And then before you know it, you're going to be hungry again at night. So where's the win? You know? And that's why I find with the fast, you know, you just shut everything down. Black coffee, it became my best friend. You know, I used to be creaming my coffee because I assumed in my old belief system that, you know, you want to like whiten out the coffee so you keep your teeth extra white. I got a beautiful smile. I brush my teeth. I use an Oral-B. I use a Sonicare. I floss. And that's how you know, make your teeth beautiful. You are the power behind your smile. So forget about the coffee like ruining this. And I drink wine and I smoke, you know. That has nothing to do with you. It has to do with how you choose. So if you're choosing this is going to ruin the way that you're living, and you know what? It probably will. So believe in what you choose. If you believe that, you know, cigarettes and wine and coffee is going to do that to you, then it will. So back to the fast. Simple to me because I don't have to worry about, oh yeah, did you count your macros? Did you count your macros? Macro. I don't do macros. You know what I mean? Who the fuck? Calling food protein, calling this a macro, that's not what I'm about. And you got guys that do these extreme diets to just be, you know, you're putting chicken in a blender at some point because you got to eat every 2 hours. All right? I mean, does that sound appeasing to you? Is that like appealing? And for some people, that's the lifestyle that they choose to live. If that's what you want to do to get how you need it, beautiful. But to me, there's a lot of things that I want in my life. And every day, you never know when it could be your last breath. And I want to be able to just have something of the best. And, you know, a beer in my hand, a glass of wine, some chocolate, some ice cream. It's a beautiful way to live in my life. It's an abundant lifestyle. That's not for everybody. I understand. You know, some people like, you know, having a mouthful of grapes or, I don't know, maybe having a can of Coke or something. But, you know, to each their own. And, you know, I find that this is the thing for me. Works beautifully. You know, you go 15 hours, you just shut it down mentally, and you have so much more time for yourself. And another point I want to bring up is you don't have to spend that much time on the toilet. When you eat every couple hours, I mean, like, you know, I know if you're working a 9 to 5, you know, getting paid to, you know, taking a dump on the clock is a beautiful thing. I don't blame you. But you could be doing so much more with your time than sitting on a toilet. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. And when you don't eat all day, your body just has so much time to just get all this stuff out. And like you don't have to worry about anything. It's just, you know, a no-nonsense diet. This has been out before time existed, if there ever was. I mean, it's in the Bibles. It's in Qurans. And, you know, it goes back to the beginning. So that's something to keep in mind. The whole Western civilization of being a consumer, making you constantly have to eat every 2 hours. Like, is it really worth it that you gotta go get like a snack wrap or a Cliff Bar? I mean, is that like, oh man, I was looking forward to that meal? Because as far as I remember, you know, it was never really satisfying. Like, you usually felt bad about what you ate, and you're just thinking about what you're gonna eat later anyways. So you might as well skip the middleman. Just plan on having a beautiful feast at the end of the day. Understand that you're going to be having beer, you're going to be having wine, you're going to be having cheer, and anything that you want to have is going to be there. So you don't have to really think about, oh, I can't have this or that because, you know, it's not in my macros and blah, blah, blah. You know what? Be you. Choose what you want. If you're trying to get on a stage and you got other things running through your veins, and you know what? That's a whole nother topic of discussion. Have nothing against that, you know. You want to be a science project and live like science, go ahead and go for it. But at the end of the day, the fast is the way to go. So I say salute. It's a beautiful thing. God love you.